Wait, don't tell me.
DashCamN on the daily.
This is April Bear. Join me for
Traffic reporter on the duty, Tuesday, on the spot, or what is it called? Or on location? Is that what it is? Traffic reporter on location. 94 and 9 Mile, we're getting it going. Riding dirty.
Support for Michigan Public comes from the Michigan Alzheimer's Disease Center, committed to memory and aging research.
Yeah, boy, getting clean on, getting clean on. Getting clean on, getting clean on. Should I bounce in the middle lane right now?
In Michigan Public weather, more snow likely, totals ranging from 1 to 2 inches in most areas. We'll have lows in the teens.
It's the price you pay. Windshield support. Holy fuck, I almost stabbed my eye out.
It's all things considered from NPR News. I'm Ari Shapiro.
I'm Juan Thomas. For his new book, Alex Michaelides strands a group on a remote Greek island.
Readers might expect an Agatha Christie-style murder.
It felt very important to me in writing this novel that I didn't just rehash Christie's novel. So what I tried to do was just to turn the whole genre on its head.
Snake in a drain over on, what was it, Almond?
Live from NPR
and,
News
you know, couldn't get the clean out open.
Nearly 2 years
asked the tenant, hey, you want to try? He laughed. Then he tried, couldn't get it open. Then I'm snaking down the slop sink drain. Couldn't get the real clog. It's still clogged. So. Then the water comes up on the floor too. Like when it comes up. It comes up on the floor underneath the wall. So. In fact, there's probably a drain under some tile there.
And in the hours, 3 days,
fantastic.
Was a failure that should not have happened.
But we're riding it, you know, we're riding here.
I
guess it's a little cocked to the left.
Anything like this,
but it's all good.
Ever happening again, here or anywhere.
Heavily armed police officers remained outside the school for 77 minutes before finally confronting and killing the 18-year-old gunman. 19 children and 2 teachers were killed in the Uvalde massacre. An organization exploring a potential third-party presidential ticket.
I got a little draft on this guy.
A formal complaint with the Justice Department. We have more on that from NPR's Selena Moore.
In a press conference on Thursday, No Labels volunteer and attorney Dan Webb argued criticism of the group's efforts goes past free speech.
No one, and I mean no one, has the right to wrongfully use fear, force, or intimidation or harassment to stop that choice from being offered to the American public.
Some moderates and left-leaning political groups have come out against No Labels, arguing a third-party ticket could inevitably splinter President Biden's support. But No Labels believes voters need another choice besides Biden and former President Trump, who remains the frontrunner in the GOP primary race. They plan to get on the ballot in 32 states by later this year and make a decision on whether to back a third-party candidate by Super Tuesday.
That's Selena Moore reporting. This is NPR.
And with Michigan Public News, I'm Rebecca Cruz. Governor Gretchen Whitmer offered a
Nobody likes to go 53 behind this guy.
Of plans she'll outline next week in her State of the State address.
Michigan Public's
Rick Pluto reports.
The Democratic governor talked up successes from her first 4 years to work with UAW in Detroit. Those include ending the state tax on pensioners, boosting the state-earned income tax credit, and signing a budget that included universal school lunches from pre-kindergarten through high school. Whitmer says people should expect more of the same in 2024.
We're going to continue to propose policies that put money back in people's pockets throughout the State of the State.
Titanium's getting out of his lane a little bit.
Budget presentation a couple weeks later.
The state panel predicts a slight bump in revenue coming to the state this year.
Oh, that reminds me. I got a pen to hit.
Health and environmental groups are joining a lawsuit challenging the U.S. EPA's finding that Southeast Michigan meets federal ozone standards. Last year, the EPA signed off on the state's finding that Southeast Michigan met those standards and had previously been a non-attainment. The Sierra Club is spearheading the federal lawsuit. It claims that environmental regulators cherry-picked data and relied too much on ozone readings during the height of the COVID pandemic. The EPA has until April to respond to the group's arguments. The agency has previously defended its decision as sound science. Some leaders of the fractured Michigan Republican Party are trying to get out of paying a big loan to a bank. Michigan Public's Tracy Hamilton reports.
The Michigan Republican Party is engaged in a battle over who leads the party.
All right, before this guy catches up to me,
chairperson will be held
blocks off my lane.
With the original leaders calling the election illegitimate. Meanwhile, from American
shoulders for
Ramo, the
titanium.
original chair of the party, have sued America, claiming that technical issues like missing signatures alone.
I like how my crack in the windshield's growing.
Calls the lawsuits
a couple inches every day due to this weather.
Factually inadequate. I'm Tracy Hamilton.
A group of advocates for people with low income says Michigan needs to expand eligibility for home heating assistance. The coalition to keep Michigan warm says people are slipping through the cracks because
Outer, here we are. Can't wait to wash my hands after that snake.
Not enough to cover high energy costs.
Didn't even get the clog.
Support for NPR comes from this station and from Sony Pictures Classics, presenting Freud's Last Session, a new film starring Anthony Hopkins as Sigmund Freud and Matthew Good as C.S. Lewis, who converge in a battle exclusively to the nonprofit sector. Jitasa is committed to helping nonprofits do what they do best. More at JITASA.com.
This is All Things Considered from NPR News. I'm Ari Shapiro.
And I'm Juana Summers. Congress was racing against the clock and the weather today to pass a spending bill to avoid a government shutdown. Here's Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer.
We have good news for America. There will not be a shutdown on Friday because both sides have worked together. The government will stay open. Services will not be disrupted.
I wonder if there's 2 lanes up here or not.
Avoid a needless disaster.
Both chambers passed the measure ahead of a winter storm headed for Washington, D.C. But there could still be a political storm ahead for House Speaker Mike Johnson. NPR congressional correspondent Claudia Grisales has been covering all of this. Hi, Claudia.
Hey, Juana.
So, Claudia, walk us through this new temporary funding measure. What exactly
Outer
does it do?
and Alter here. Outer Drive and Chandler Park here.
Deadline on for tomorrow.
These guys all trying to get over because that lane ends.
Forward several weeks to early March.
Don't get over in front of me, that van.
To be exact. And this comes after congressional leaders reached a bipartisan agreement for a top-line figure for a permanent year-long spending plan. That is,
what are we doing? We all got to go 20 because we can't figure out this single line shit.
So this is part of an effort by Congress.
Thanks a lot, guys.
To hammer out a dozen regular appropriations spending plans to fully fund the government.
Okay, and Claudia, why does it matter if...
I'm just going to ride his ass an inch away because he wants to squeeze in here like that.
Now, there is a catch here in terms of getting these done. There is yet another deadline.
But you can call 586-218-8570 and get somebody on the horn. I think it's Kangaroo.
By April, automatic spending cuts will
I should call them and tell them their driver's driving like an
to
a-hole.
lift the debt limit last year. And we should keep in mind the fiscal year ends in September, so this is not even buying Congress.
I'll try and go around because I know somebody's turning left.
Right, I am very familiar with Congress flirting with these deadlines. I mean, Congress has been playing this temporary funding
no
game
blinker
for
left
months
is.
and struggling to reach a full year funding deal. Give us some hope. Why is this time going to be different?
Right, that is the big question here. And as you mentioned, Congress is already months behind, and while they have this framework agreement, they're still a long ways away. It's not even clear that House Republicans will be on board. The hard right wing of the conference has a history of voting against spending measures, and this time they think Johnson has gone too far. So it's unclear what kind of maneuvers they'll employ to show their displeasure with the speaker, especially as he has to keep undergoing these tests on the House floor of passing these spending bills with Democrats' help because of his very narrow majority.
Right, and we should remind folks that Johnson was elected speaker.
So boring of a ride home, huh, guys? I'm going 19.
Facing opposition from these hard-right conservatives on these spending negotiations. How can he survive this?
Usually I go 45, 55 through here.
Over the Capitol.
But not at this hour, not when I gotta work late, right?
McCarthy was ousted for this last year.
Then I get stuck with all these fucking slouches.
Moderate wing and Democrats to keep government open and also avoid financial calamity.
I might as well get out and run.
Limit deal last year. This week, I talked to the head of this hard right conservative group, the House Freedom Caucus. This is Bob Good of Virginia, and he was coy when I asked them what tactics they could employ. Good said, however, that the media are the only ones talking about this extreme response of ousting Johnson. But to be clear, there are members who have said publicly that it's a move they have not ruled out.
And yet, Claudia, there is also talk of Congress still trying to tackle a bipartisan supplemental spending plan for aid to Ukraine and Israel, while also addressing the U.S.-Mexico border. Is that realistic?
We don't know. That's going to be one of many tests.
Let's at least make this light. I'm making it no matter what.
The wild card here
I'll tell you how I'm gonna
whether
do it.
any bipartisan deal
I'm gonna go around everybody that
gets
isn't
through
going
Congress.
when it turns
Here's
red.
Claudia Grisales. Thank you.
Thank you.
That guy ain't making it. Wow.
In Israel,
What a
most of the attention has
idiot.
been focused on the southern
Look at
part
this
of the
guy at the
country,
ATM
where the
the
war with
wrong way.
Hamas is taking place next door.
All right,
in
peace
Gaza.
out, guys. Have a great night. You know what I'm
Tensions
saying?
on the
Over and out.